Yo, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2024 and another part of our Lotus Road to Glory career mode. Today we are back with the Brazilian Grand Prix. Of course, it will be the sprint race today and the feature race tomorrow, so really looking forward to that. Hopefully you guys are too. First of all, though, we do need to replace some stuff. Nico Hülkenberg needs to have the front wing put onto his car. We do have 1.2 million. I am thinking Mick Schumacher will need a replacement gearbox, so we are going to spend the money on that and get that ready, because we are going to need that for the rest of the season. We're just sort of chipping along at the minute with our resources. It's not easy, we know that. We just have to keep going, keep pushing, and hopefully we will manage to get to the end of the season. And there you go, another £1.6 million has been made there. We are close to the cost cap limit, 8.9 million away from that. We should be okay, I think. We've obviously bought an ERS and we've bought the gearbox. I don't think we really want to push it much further than that. It is the new ATR window, I believe. I think the new ATR window started, yeah. But I think we want to wait until the end of the season to do any of that. Yeah, it's really just... Let's have a little look in the warehouse. We've only got one chassis at the moment, but chassis do cost a decent amount, don't they? And we have got 4 of that one there. And I know it's not ideal, and it might mean we miss out on some points later in the season, but I just can't really justify the expense on making any more parts if we can avoid it. I do think our front wing is an important part of the car. So I do think it's probably worth making a couple of them. Yeah, we can make a couple of them, that's fine. Make a couple of front wings, a couple of rear wings, and I think that will be us. Yeah. It is very hard. It's very hard to decide what's the right thing to do, what's not. Yeah, they're looking good at the moment. Right, we do want to focus on pit stop errors, or pit stop time, sorry. Yeah, total car building. I don't really know why cumulative won't work there. Definitely not that one. So pit stop errors would get us to about 2.5. What about a pit stop time? If we focused on that, yeah, it's not really taking too much off there now. Let's maybe focus on pit stop errors. Yeah, that looks good. That looks very good. Right, bit more. Gym training before the weekend. We'll just have them weary. That's fine. Stick a little bit of gym training in there. And there will be exhaust. No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, that's good. It'll keep it consistent. Right, I'm happy with that for the next 30 days. Let's head to our race targets then for this weekend. Nico Hülkenberg has been, comfortably finishing 14th or higher, but we are going to go for 16th and 17th for the 2 cars there. That looks fine to me. Yeah, let's go then into the weekend. Obviously, Mick Schumacher will have a 10th-place grid penalty this time.
For the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. The Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache has been a staple of the racing calendar for decades, and soon we'll once again be watching the best drivers in the world give it their all.
In this round, the teams have 2 races to contend with both the sprint and the Grand Prix offering the chance to bag some championship points.
So stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. The weekend starts here.
Okay, so we've got practice to get on with, and then I'll see you guys for SQ1.
Welcome everyone, qualifying for the sprint awaits us, and we're raring to get going.
Right, okay then, we are ready to rock and roll in SQ1. You know, it is going to be a tricky weekend, I think, although pace looked pretty good in practice, particularly on Nico's side, even though he's running the old spec car, if you like, the B spec car, whereas Schumacher is running the C spec car, and you know, it is going to be that way until the end of the season. We want to get Schumacher's confidence levels up. He is going to have a penalty this weekend, which I don't know. Maybe in that case, do we want to make Hülkenberg our #1 car? You know what? I think we do. I keep changing my mind on this, don't I? But yeah, I think that makes sense. You know, Hülkenberg is going to be our main guy for this weekend, so I think it makes sense to give him the better parts. And then switch it back again next weekend. Is it side pods yet? So yeah, 3-3-3, 2-2, yep. That's fine. And then for Mick Schumacher, we need to put on chassis 2. And side pods 2 are already on the car. So that's fine. Okay, let's get into it then. Obviously, Schumacher will have the penalty. Hülkenberg is our main hope for getting some good points in this race. We're going to send them out straight away on these medium tyres to try and get a good lap in SQ1. And we are going to follow Mick Schumacher. He's out there first. And he puts in 18.7 compared to Nico Hülkenberg's 18.7. Schumacher now flying through this middle sector. Is he going to be able to get through to SQ2? That's a big question. 34.8 plays a 35.1, so Mick actually going a lot better on that lap. 109.8 plays a 110.0.
Okay,
well, very good from Mick Schumacher there.
Yep.
Good qualifying pace. Not far away from George Russell. But I think we can do a lot better than that. And we will try and do a lot better than that. Only 84% on the setup satisfaction. That is not good. Yeah, we can change that front wing angle. We will give that a go. Hülkenberg, meanwhile, he's on 97%. So that's pretty damn good for Nico. And then I'm going to send them both out again. And hopefully no traffic. That's the plan anyway, but I can already see there's a Sauber that's going to be a bit of an issue here. But he is through safely through that first sector. 18.6 plays 18.6. So an improvement from both Lotus cars in that first sector. Now coming through the middle sector split. It's a better middle sector as well. 34.5, 34.6 for Hulkenberg. Schumacher is coming up to the line. He is flying out there, and it is going to be a 109.5 for Mick Schumacher. That puts him 11th for now. It's a 109.5 for Hulkenberg as well, and he goes just a hundredth of a second quicker. He goes up to 11th, and, well, I think that will be enough. We're ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, Bottas won't improve. So yeah, once again, 12th and 13th. Very, very decent, to be honest. We'll settle for that. We are very much at the same pace as the Mercedes cars in general. Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? That's not a better... setup satisfaction, but it's fine. We'll get in SQ2. Brand new set of medium tyres, of course. This time we'll go with Hulkenberg first. And we know that second lap will probably be the quicker of the two. We'll come round now to 109.3, so very much slow.
Button. Copy.
And Schumacher 0.3 slower than that, so we're going to have to get straight back out there. Put in a better time. And leave it just a little bit longer this time. Yep, I think now's the time, so Schumacher's going to head out first. And then Hulkenberg can follow George Russell. That looks decent. I think we should get round before Sainz and Hamilton catch. So here we go then. Mick Schumacher. We'll focus on him. How can he get on here? Hulkenberg's got a lot of improvement in him, I think. But actually, first sector, not so great. 18.6, 18.7 there for Schumacher. It's coming through this middle sector now. What's it going to be? It's a 34.8. That's not great. 34.5 now for Hulkenberg. Here comes Mick Schumacher up to the line. It's no improvement for him. Hulkenberg over the line. Does he improve? I don't think he did. No, it was his first sector that let him down. And he is out of qualifying. 109.3. Not quite enough, I'm afraid. And, well, it's going to be 11th place, I think, unless Danny Rick can do better. And he can. Danny Rick only goes 11th, though. Albon as well cannot improve. So it's going to be 12th and 15th for the boys. Of course, Schumacher will get a penalty in the race, but that will not affect the sprint. So there is a chance in the sprint race for us to get
Hello and welcome as
somewhere.
Our Grand Prix weekend continues, and the sprint will soon be upon us. And after a season of sprints, this is the last one of the year. This circuit is certainly no stranger to overtakes, so I think we're in for a good one.
The big draw today is the opportunity to grab some extra championship points. After all, they could make the difference when the season comes to a close.
Well, no doubts there'll be plenty of action today here at the Sao Paulo Sprint.
Okay, right. We are ready for the sprint then. And it's going to be one of those things of will hards be better than the mediums? I'm inclined to say probably not. But that might not stop me from being aggressive with Mick Schumacher. The only thing I can say is that the softs would be way too slow, I think. So yeah, I think we're going to have to just try and survive on those medium tyres. Maybe look after them by not riding the curbs. That could be the way that we get through this race. So let's get ourselves into it. It's a 24-lap sprint race around Sao Paulo.
Around Sao Paulo in today's sprint. And it's
Lights out and away we go
And away
here
we go.
in the sprint. Gonna tell them to be highly aggressive
Let's give it a go.
on the overtakes. And there goes Hulkenberg already. And a little look at Daniel Ricciardo. And it is going to be important that we make ground early on here. We can push hard on the engine as well.
Good.
Early on in this race to see if we can get ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. It's not the easiest place to overtake this. Obviously got the long straight if you've got DRS, but other than that, you know, through the corners, that's not going to be easy. Mick Schumacher following Lewis Hamilton. There are a couple of hard tyre runners out there. A couple of people risked it. Not many though, and here goes Hulkenberg round the outside of Daniel Ricciardo. The man that is going to be replacing him next season. And that is a very, very strong start for Nico. Important for us to try and keep pushing hard on these tyres. Just got to watch the ERS. But absolutely need to be within DRS range of these guys. And, well, Mick Schumacher up to 13th position now. It's just overtaken Albon. Lovely to see. I do think let's reduce that ERS deployment now. And time to avoid high-risk curbs with the boys as well. DRS, very, very important. And straight away, catching up to George Russell, and here comes Schumacher on Albon once again. So keep an eye on tyre usage here. Oh no. DRS this time for Nico Hulkenberg, and Daniel Ricciardo, well, was about to lick the stamp and send it, didn't quite that time. And Schumacher defending valiantly from Alex Albon. Lewis Hamilton getting involved in that battle as well. But yeah, what we're finding here, Nico Hulkenberg's got better race pace than his teammate, and well, we know that from experience this season. And, just watch the engine a little bit. Now, will Hulkenberg have DRS here? He will. Very cleverly done there from Nico. And he hangs on to 11th position. Let's just keep an eye on tyre wear. It's looking okay at the moment. Just going to have to watch Mick Schumacher. I think he's going to eat into his tyres a little bit more. There goes Daniel Ricciardo once again. Yeah, quite happy to just be at the back of a DRS train. That's no problem for me. Let's move that down to medium. Mick Schumacher just battling away with Alex Albon. Yeah, Nico Hulkenberg just staying with these guys, and that's good to see at this stage of the race. check of the tyre wear. And once again, Nico just in a nice little position and right behind George Russell here. Mick's just lost 2 positions there. That's okay. I think he's got the pace to stay with those guys. It's quite funny, really, Albon and Hamilton battling when Albon is replacing Hamilton next season. And nearer the front, we've got Nico Hülkenberg battling with Daniel Ricciardo. And Daniel Ricciardo, well, Hülkenberg's replacing Ricciardo, Ricciardo's replacing Hülkenberg. It's quite funny how that works out, isn't it? But, yeah, really top quality job so far from these boys. Schumacher has overtaken Albon again. Now then, really need to check how we're getting on here. So 1.3 seconds is the gap. How are we doing tyre wear wise? Doing a little bit better than the other boys, but they're actually looking after the tyres for once, which is quite nice to see. And we are slowly but surely catching Yuki Tsunoda. Tsunoda's a long way off Lance Stroll, so he's not got any sort of DRS help, but it's becoming noticeable that we are getting a little bit closer to him as a group. DRS open here, and once again having a little exploratory look down the inside. Didn't quite make the move there, but here we go with Daniel Ricciardo down the inside of George Russell. Doesn't make the move stick though, and Albon once again gets past Mick Schumacher. So this is a bit of a ding-dong battle, isn't it, between 14th and 15th right now. As Bottas develops a mechanical fault, doesn't really affect the outcome of this race, but we're halfway through. Piastri leading the way, Norris and Sainz battling for second, Alonso 4th at the moment, Verstappen in 5th there. And it is very, very close between a lot of people out there. So let's zoom it forward. So we can keep on top of these tyres. Stay close to these guys. Obviously, it's top 8 that score points, so there's not really any point in overexerting ourselves here. Laps to go. Tyres are looking decent. Yeah, Hülkenberg's tyres just dropping off slightly here. Are dropping off a lot more than some of the other guys out there, and yeah, for once we're being caught here with bad tyres. Doesn't often happen to us, but the AI have really started conserving now. Yeah, 3 laps to go. Just keeping an eye on that, and then we can unleash. So here we go. Might as well attack. How is Hulkenberg getting on? He is going to finish in 12th, I think. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Piastri has won
Piastri has just
the sprint race. Norris there in 2nd, Sainz in 3rd. Not really a lot that we could do from our position.
Okay, we're out of DRS.
But it's okay. Nico Hulkenberg is going to come across the line in 12th place. That's okay. Mick Schumacher, he's going to come across the line in 14th. So that looks to be our pace.
Now we'll come around and take the checker.
Once again, very evenly matched with Mercedes.
Good job today.
Not too bad. Thank you, guys.
But once again, not really in contention for any points in the sprint.
That would be checkered flag. That's P14 for us. On target, good job.
Now on to the next one.
And it's a finish outside the points in today's sprint for Mick Schumacher.
There are many ups and downs in this sport, and now it's up to them to work hard and get ahead of the curve.
Okay, so there you go then. Oscar Piastri wins the sprint ahead of Lando Norris in 2nd. Sainz is 3rd ahead of Verstappen in 4th. Stroll 5th. Leclerc 6th. Perez 7th. And Alonso in 8th.
There's tension in the air today, so it must be time for qualifying.
The ups and downs of Interlagos mean a full-speed qualifying lap can be hard on both driver and car. Sector 2's technical corners demand high downforce to make a quick lap.
So as we head into this qualifying session, Karun, how do you think Lando's going to be feeling?
They must be feeling good after their fast lap times in practice. Confidence can do great things for a driver, so I'm excited to see how they handle qualifying.
Stay with us as we see who can deliver on motorsport's biggest stage.
Okay, so that's where we're going to leave it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.